Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick speed comparison here between the brand new iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 6s Plus, which I think came out in 2014 or 2015, so quite getting on a bit now in terms of the age of the phone, but can it keep up with the latest iPhone? It certainly looks exactly the same in terms of build quality pretty much. It feels a little bit different though with the metal back compared to the more glass construction on the iPhone 8 here. We are running iOS 11 on both of them. Apple very good at keeping all its older devices up to date. You can see a big difference here in terms of the boot up, which is nice. So yeah, let's just see if there's a difference here in terms of the performance between the 6s Plus, which I think is a 16 gig model, which is a little bit short in terms of storage, but it should be enough to run a few apps here. So we just start off with the third-party ones. Everything's shut down as well, as you can see. And we do have as well Snapchat. Wow. And we do have Insta. Wow, to me it seems like the 6s Plus is opening up a little bit snappy here. Well, it is early days. Try another one. That was quite similar. And some other ones. Wow. It's literally identical again. I mean, this is a really amazing performance for a two-year-old phone, or 3 years, one of the two. So identical again, pretty much. Look at that, brilliant performance here. Let's try the other stuff as well. We have the right, that was the right again, podcasts. So those of you with the 6s Plus, you can see here, if you have the like a high model of it, still lots of life left in it. Indeed. Let's just try some games. This is where I noticed a bit of better performance from the latest iPhone. Skip this. Yeah, you can see Apple A11 crunches through that very fast. Starting it up, which is good. Let's try SimCity. I think they've definitely improved the display a little bit in terms of viewing angles here, as well as the brightness compared to the 6s Plus. We've got one more. So excellent performance here from the 6s Plus, but I think you can see for the games there is a slightly better in performance on the 8 Plus, which is good because it is geared for, you know, VR and all that. So to see if there's any speed increase here in terms of Wi-Fi from the 6s. So both run the same. I think the 6s Plus had very solid Wi-Fi, as I remember. Does seem to be a little bit all over the place though. Maybe because I'm hammering it so hard. But you can see here quite a decent score for the upload. Just check. Yeah. So no questions asked. Very good performance from the iPhone here. On the left, we did have a headphone jack on the iPhone 6s Plus. Wow, just noticed that. You see, it just makes there's no real difference in terms of the thickness of the phone. Completely pointless getting rid of it. Well, you do have two grills, I guess, down here in terms of the audio. So much better score here on the second test, but still can't quite match the iPhone 8 Plus when it comes to the Wi-Fi. So a little bit of improvement there, and we can now move on to a web page. So just load up BBC and go. The display looks a little bit yellowish on the 7 Plus, Maybe because I think I've turned off the true tone for now. It kept kind of making the display quite dim. I've found sometimes. Maybe it's like a bug or something. But I'll turn it on now so you can see how it works in real life. I mean, this looks much naturaler in terms of the screen here, like in terms of colour. But they really made it kind of yellow on the 8 Plus. But you can see, I think, in terms of the loading of your content, it is snappier on the left. Not by too much though. 6S Plus, I think, still supports obviously all the bands in terms of Wi-Fi, so that's pretty good. Let's just quickly check the multitasking comparison, see how they do compare, see if there's any differences here. I think the 6S Plus had 2 gigs of RAM, which was pretty good back in the day, but I don't think it's going to be very future-proof as iOS 11 gets more complicated, VR, etc. But so far it seems to be doing quite well here in terms of, comparable performance to the 8. See the games. So we have GTA. Very good memory management on iOS all the time. Just wish they had split screen multitasking or something. Quite interesting. So I think you can see here it resumes a little bit faster on the 8 Plus, but there's not a huge difference that you may expect, considering this is like a 2.5-year-old newer phone. So very good performance from the 6S Plus still, I think the only thing obviously that you're going to be lacking with the 6S Plus is the dual camera, really. But if you're happy with the performance still, it still seems to be pretty good, particularly on iOS 11. So yeah, I'm quite actually surprised how good it did perform. So yeah, just a quick comparison here between the 7 Plus and the 6S Plus. I'll probably do some more iPhone based comparisons if people want to see that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.